Hey guys, over here for our Wheels in Japan playlist and a mini-series on crazy drivers in Japan. So this dude's ambled across the white line, which means he's actually gone through the red light and sort of leisurely leaning up against that post there, still facing a red light. And then he sort of got bored with that, so off he went. No problem. Sort of ambled through the red light. He was expecting it to go green, I think. Didn't go green. Ah, well. And off he went. And that's not uncommon. We see that sort of thing all the time. In fact, here's another example of that. Don't know how that guy got there. We sort of came along later and found him there. And again, if you cross that white line, you can get a ticket for going through the red light. But it doesn't seem to bother people. They don't seem to worry about it. They'll often park on the pedestrian crossing, so the pedestrians have to walk around. And now here's the thing, the police have just come around the corner and driven off down the street, and this guy was out in the middle of the intersection, and they looked at him and then just drove away. So that might explain why people don't worry about doing it. It doesn't seem to be a big problem, does it? I'm sure someone must get a ticket for it sometimes, but not often, apparently. Oh, so we're out on this road. This is an 80 km/h road, so it's a pretty quick road. And these guys are driving along a couple of meters from each other. So they're not usually aggressive. It's more ignorance than aggression. You know, they're not sort of aggressive. Some of them are a little bit. They're trying to get the people in front to move out of the way so they can go fast. Now, we're doing 80, so everybody's speeding. All those guys in the right-hand lane are over the speed limit. The camera's shaky because our passenger is zooming because we're way back behind these cars because we're waiting for them to all run into each other. So we're actually quite a way back, and our passenger's zoomed in to show you how crazy those characters are. One of them messes up, the big nose-to-tail accidents, we see them all the time. Old mate on his phone, no hands on the wheel at all, both hands on his phone. Oh, this is tragic. There's the mum in the back seat with the kid on her lap, and we know people who do that, and we've sort of asked them about it before, and he doesn't like to sit in the baby seat. He doesn't like to sit in the baby seat, so the mum sits in the back seat and nurses him, which, those of you who know physics, if you have an accident that's like an 8G accident or something like that, that 5 kilo kid becomes 40 kilos and flies out through the front window, so it's just crazy. You've got their baby in the car sticker on the back. It doesn't mean much, does it? If the kid's sitting there next to the baby seat, they've got a baby seat there, they're just not using it. So we see that all the time as well. All these things we show you are really common, except this. And this isn't a crazy driver, this is just sort of interesting. Look, he's got his army helmet on with no chin strap. So obviously if he falls off his bike, that helmet's not going to do a lot of good. It'll separate from him as soon as he falls off, won't it? But there's something that we don't see all the time. Everything else we've showed you we see all the time, but we don't see that all the time. That's a bit unique. And not really crazy, just sort of interesting. Anyway, there was that. More videos coming soon.